Chaudhary, Registrar Vigilance, High Court of Delhi, who will break down the multifaceted benefits of this initiative.
Transposing any person to a strange environment and expecting them to behave normally is like expecting the near impossible. This is more so in the case of vulnerable witnesses exposed to a courtroom environment. How can the journey of a vulnerable witness be eased while navigating a trial? The guidelines for working of the vulnerable witness deposition courtroom complex have provided for several safeguards and measures for mitigating the inhibitions of vulnerable witnesses. Let us hear from Mr. Gaurav Rao, Additional Sessions Judge presiding over a POCSO court in Delhi, about the impact of the working of the pre-visit.
The witness already being vulnerable on account of age, social circumstances the crime witnessed or suffered, it is extremely essential to have a general interaction with the vulnerable witness to ensure a fair trial. Pre-visit is crucial for the purpose of orienting the witness with the physical environment of the court and reassuring the witness that her dignity and safety stands ensured. The pre-visit is absolutely essential to make the witness understand the process and the purpose of the proceedings. Such interaction enables the judge to ascertain the extent of psychological trauma, evaluate whether the witness is under threat, influence or pressure. It provides the necessary information to the judge to pass orders for remedial steps, say protection, prohibitory orders against the opposite party or counseling the witness.
Legally trained persons also are inhibited by the black and white formal atmosphere of a courtroom complex. Presence of so many strangers inhibits witnesses from frankly deposing about their horrific experiences. The existing procedures recognized by law includes in-camera trial for safeguarding the witnesses. Let us find out from the trial court judges whether the in-camera trial is a sufficient protection for vulnerable witnesses.
Before setting up of the vulnerable witness deposition complex, the statement of vulnerable witnesses was being recorded in a court in-camera proceedings. Even in in-camera proceedings, the victims are intimidated by the presence of the accused, defense counsel and the formality of the court. So, the victim was not able to depose freely and fearlessly in a court atmosphere, affecting her ability to give the best evidence. Thus, it was a very challenging task for the court to elicit complete, accurate and reliable evidence from vulnerable victim in formal court atmosphere. The vulnerable witness deposition complex has provided a solution to this problem. I have experienced that when deposition of the child victim is recorded in the vulnerable witness deposition room, the victims depose with ease without secondary victimization. The witness's recount is better and fearless. In my view, establishment of such deposition rooms is the need of the hour, and such facility is a must in every court complex to ensure fair trial.
We have had the experience of using the vulnerable witness deposition courtrooms since 16 September 2012 in the Kadkaduma court complex. Such court facilities have been made available in every district and complex in Delhi. Have they really made a difference? Let us hear about the important aspects about the use of such courtroom facilities from the judges themselves who are working these courts. What is the experience of a witness in a case involving sexual violence from a close relative, partner, friend? Let's find out.
I have found that in cases where the accused is related to the victim, say in cases of incest, the victim does not find support from her family. It has been my observation that such victims are under coercion and threat to not support the case of the prosecution, often to protect the honor of the family or source of livelihood. However, when such witnesses are provided psychological and emotional support in a neutral environment, they speak up against the atrocities committed against them. It is important to provide psychological, emotional and financial support to our victims so that they speak up freely and truthfully. We judges should not hesitate in utilizing the facility of trained counselors and psychologists when it comes to such witnesses. I have done my best to comply with the guidelines for interaction with the victims and have seen excellent outcomes.
And these excellent outcomes